Have you ever encountered this scenario? You're talking in earnest about a significant topic with your friend or a loved one, and after you complete your thought, they react with a non committal response or ask you to repeat, and you feel completely unheard and ignored. With increased levels of distraction, our capacity to maintain focus and stay attentive is rapidly declining. We are constantly checking items on our to do list and hustling from one task to the other. We are multitasking. We are working while lunching, writing emails while in meetings, talking on our phones while doing our chores, and sometimes thinking about our to do list while we are in conversations. In theory, multitasking is supposed to help us become more efficient by doing more tasks at the same time. But truly, it's a misnomer. It's like having a foot in each, or rather, half the concentration, and the outcome gets impacted. Similarly, our personal lives get affected when we try to do more with less. Listening to someone while browsing on our phone, or thinking in our heads about tomorrow's plans. These are less than appropriate forms of communication, and when we do this, it's like doing a disservice to both. The other person feels ignored, and we come across as rude. In our effort to juggle multiple things, we affect all of them negatively. While what we just discussed is blatantly obvious in making the other person feel ignored, there are other insidious ways in which communication becomes challenging. We mostly listen with the intent of forming a reply of how we will respond to the other person. And this is required because there's a back and forth dialogue between two people. But first listen and then respond. If you need a moment to reflect and respond, do it. Just because we feel uncomfortable with pauses, we sacrifice efficacy. So if you listen first and then respond, your responses will be much better. Ever wonder why our daily conversations feel so flat, but when we are watching characters on TV shows and movies, they seem so eloquent and great at conversing? That's because they are following a script. Everything has been thought out in advance. So, all points of person A's point of view have been considered before person B replies. Listening is key, and when you listen, really listen. Try to understand the intent of the person. Are they only talking because they want to vent? In that case, let them get things off their chest. If they want your opinion, they will ask for it. Don't start throwing solutions at them. Most of the time, we know what needs to be done. We only want to talk so that we are validated in our point of view. And when someone stops us and starts throwing solutions at us, we don't like it because we feel that we are not heard. Let's say, for example, your friend tells you, "My boss was extremely rude to me today. I've been working so hard, but he doesn't appreciate it. In fact, today he told me to step up in front of my entire team, and I was humiliated." And he also told me that, and you suddenly stop your friend and say, "Oh, your boss is a jerk. You could just ignore him or maybe try talking to him later once he has cooled down." Now, your suggestions may be helpful, but stopping someone while they are venting will not make them be grateful for these suggestions because at that point they are only looking for a sympathetic ear. Once they have calmed down, once they have made their point, you can then offer solutions or when they explicitly ask you. Also, when you listen and respond, don't try to invalidate the other person. Some ways this can happen is, "Oh, it's not so bad. The market and economy are so bad right now. It's tough everywhere. So just stay strong. Don't take it too hard. At least you have a job. I've been looking for a job for so long. I would be glad to have a job even if it comes with a rude boss." Or, "Your boss only said it. Last time, my boss took me off the project entirely because I didn't finish a report on time." These ways of listening and responding are completely inappropriate. These not only make the other person not feel heard, but also make them feel worse. They were already not feeling good before they talked to you, but now they feel guilty, invalidated, and also have to move the focus of the conversation to how bad it is for you. This is not about beating ourselves up. We all have been there. Sometimes we get so caught up in our own stories that we cannot help but reframe the narrative to our own situations. And it has its merits because only when we can relate to the other person, we can feel how it is to be like them. And we can feel for the other person, we can have empathy towards them, and it makes us have common ground. But let's stay away from the temptation of hijacking conversations and molding them to fit our own stories. Because when we do that, the other person seems unheard and ignored. We can talk about our situations, but the priority goes to the person who brought their situation to the conversation first. So once they have talked it through, we have discussed various options and they are ready to move on, then we can bring our own situation forth and talk about it if we would like that. But at no time should we engage in telling the other person something like this: "Oh, it cannot be that bad. Oh, at least you should be thankful you have something. Oh, you should look at my life. Yours is so much better. Oh, I would never do that." When we behave in these manners, we are not listening. We are sitting in judgment. We are passing judgment. When we listen to what our friend or loved one is saying and feeling and try to understand those feelings and respond from there. We accept those feelings, whatever they are, and go from there. That is the only way we can make someone feel heard and understood. That's the way we would like others to respond to us. So let's try that. Thanks for watching.